Today I'll be mostly working with KO2 song structure. Welcome to part 3 of making a KO2 track from start to finish. Let's get into it as soon as I shout out today's patron, and that shout out goes to Mike Pounder. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. If you have not seen parts 1 and 2 of this little mini-series, I highly suggest you go back and watch those. Speaking of part 2, I just finished shooting that one about 10 minutes ago. We're already diving into part 3. At the end of part 2, I went and I took the progression here from the intro, which is right here. I took that and I turned it into its own pattern. And I kind of want this to be a section where the drums go off. So, let's do that. That's going to be our basis, I think. Let's go for 16 measures from the top. Here we go. Okay, now we can kind of noodle on the toms over the top of this, right? Okay, I realize I had quantize on. That's okay, except for the very last bar. That's where I want something to change. I don't know how to just erase the bar, so instead I'm just going to place something over the top of it. I don't know if that worked or not. It sounds cool, actually. I like it. Yeah, that's fine. This will be the section where we kind of jam in the middle of the song using like punch-in effects. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's commit that. Sweet. So, main, enter, song mode. So far, we got our intro, part 2 of our intro, our main riff, and then our main riff with the drum fill coming out of it. New section. That's just gonna be our turnaround. Right here. Yeah, okay. New song section. Cool. Add the verse melody back in. Why is this section so long? Oh. That does not need to be 16 measures long when I don't think we have anything going on there. Song mode, main, enter. Now it should switch after 4 bars. Should switch right here. Add in the melody. Yeah. Cool. Now I want to add yet another section, and that is going to go back to this scene here. Ooh, you know what? What if we go here to the main, commit this as a scene, put a drum fill in. Okay, cool. That's scene 11. Song mode. Set this to 11. Okay, so now we have the melody. Right, we know how that goes. Then it'll go into this scene. Drum fill. I am now understanding commit even more. I was just able to add that little variation so easily. Okay, that's pretty sick, actually. And now section 8 will be this again. Yeah. And then section 9 will be the second section of the song, yeah. Or the main chorus, sorry. Okay, where do we go after the second chorus? So we go intro, chorus, verse, chorus. What do we do next in song section 10? We could do that. This is scene 3 of song section 10. So if we go here, do I want to commit something here? I don't know if I do. I kind of want this section to sandwich the weird like drum fill section we came up with, actually. So let's go back to song mode. And then in section 11, yeah, I kind of like that. Let's see how this transition works. Whoops. Okay, I've got it sorted out. That took a second. I was a little off. Let's see how this transition works. I like it. And then we're going to go new song section. Section 12 is going to go back to this. Yeah. Except it's going to be a different one. We're going to go, and this is where we're going to make a new version of this. For scene 12. How do I duplicate this? That's what I really want to do. I just want to make this 4 bars long. I don't know if there's a way to do that or not. Someone let me know in a comment, please. That would be very cool. If I just copy this measure, the first measure in the drums, bar, make it 4 bars long, paste. Cool. That's exactly what I want. Bass. This is also 2 bars long. Yeah. Make that 4 bars long. Go to bar 1. Copy. Paste. We're going to do a drum fill there. And we're going to turn off timing. Correct. Something like that. Oh my god, my timing was horrid. How do I just erase 1 bar? Surely there's a way to do that, right? Okay, we're just going to play something in. Okay. Fine. That's scene 12. Let's see if we can remember what we were doing here. So we're coming out of this section here. That works. That's kind of cool. Okay. And then from here, we go to the verse. How about that? Throw everybody for a loop. And our verse, if I recall, was... No. That right there, yeah. And let's make a variation of that and do a drum fill coming out of that. So now we're on scene 13, and this is 16 measures long, right? Oh, but the drums are only 4. I think I might just have to copy and paste everything. So bear with me while we do that here, yeah. And then we'll go. Cool. And that is scene 13, which is what we're going to put right here into the final verse, or the final chorus, sorry. And the chorus is going to go, and then we do scene 2 for a second part. Let's see how this transition works. Yeah. Nice. Drum fill? Yeah, since this is the last time through, let's run these twice. Let's go 1 and 2. So now we'll have 2 times through the final chorus. And then in the next part, which I think will be the final part, we'll do our outro, and then we will do some like live punch-in effect jamming. I've actually really enjoyed this little mini-series. I'm learning I need to figure out if I can double the length of an individual part, and then I need to dive into how the effects work and how to send things and set levels and stuff like that. As well as, is there any sort of like parameter locks? Like, can I tweak the filter or like any of these parameters? Can I lock any of those, like to certain steps or anything like that, or effect sends levels to steps? I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, this has been a very enlightening series for me. Been very fun to work with, and hopefully you've enjoyed what we've got so far. I'm excited to wrap it up next time. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.